Hello, and welcome to number two video in the series. As you can see, we're now gonna go through step number two, which is the goal is to reduce the Lambda bundle that we created in the first one. So the first video, we created this Lambda function, which is able to actually kind of like a service that generates a PDF on demand. And the runner doesn't really use any payload it takes in. It just kind of generates this hello world PDF and returns it to the client, which is useful, I guess, if you have some static PDF that you need to generate on the fly. But yeah, as you can see, we did use this callback function, and then we just put in the code in the callback, which basically means we bundled up a ton of code which we can optimize. And that's kind of the goal of this video. So we want to reduce this Lambda bundle. If you go to AWS, you can see we have a PDF FN here, so a PDF function, and it's around 17 megabytes, which is quite a little bit, I would say. It's quite a bit. So let's see if we can make that more effective, basically. All right, so the first thing we want to do is probably want to take this Lambda code and then put it maybe in a separate file or something. Let's see if we can do that. So if I'm going to create a new file here, let's just call it PDF function. Yes. Okay. So in here, we might have a function called a handler. All right. Oh, let's see here. Wait, buffer. There's an async buffer. It doesn't know what a buffer is. Here it does. Okay, it's a bit strange. Anyway, so this code in here. Okay, here it doesn't know either. I think I just put it in the wrong place. Put this Pulumi folder. All right, great. Great. Cool. Now, now we just kind of move the code, right? That didn't really do much, but let's just leave it here so we have this for comparison. So let's try to create so instead of using this callback function, I'm going to use the lambda construct instead. So let's call this one PDF reduced size lambda. And instead of using that callback, we're going to do AWS lambda. And then we're going to do function instead. Okay. And as with everything Pulumi, we need to give it a name. We're going to call it PDF function. Yeah, smaller. Just the name. All right. So when we use this construct, we have quite a few options, as you can see here. One we're interested in is the code construct, where we, yeah, basically assign a path to where the code is, and we need to basically bundle it up and pass it in here. Okay. And for bundling the code, I'm going to pull in ESBuild. So I'm going to just install that. Oops, that's spelled wrong. Cool. Now we have installed ESBuild. All right, so let's see if we can actually get this working. I'm doing this a little bit on the fly, so let's just solve problems as we get to them. Okay, so after getting ESBuild installed, we can do this, basically this bundle command from ESBuild, where we can do build. And then in here we can assign some sort of entry point. So first we need to say bundle true, then we need to say entry points, and then we basically need to point in our TypeScript file here. So this is going to be the PDF function. And then there's always some tricky stuff with paths and stuff. So let's just see if we can do path from path. import everything as fs. I think we might need fs as well. These are some Node APIs that we maybe use here. So we can do path, and then path has a join. We can take the current directory. Then we can go with an index. So we just need the PDF function here. So PDF function.ts. Okay, let me see. Does that seem reasonable? I think that seems reasonable actually. Very awesome. So here we are getting some complaints about not being able to await. Do we need an await here? I'm not sure. Let's try it out. All right, what else do we need here? Minify. We can say minify true, just to get the bundle a little bit smaller. And we could do platform. We could do node, since this is going to be node. Target. Target could be node. I think we're on node 16, which is a little bit deprecated. Let's just try. Then we can up the version to 20 or something if you want. All right, this is our build command. Okay. So actually, missing one thing. Missing output. Where to put this output file? So I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna make a new folder here called bundle, and I'm just gonna put the build in here. Okay. So let's do a similar thing as before. So path, join, current directory, and then put it in the bundle folder. Okay. So there's probably something here that's not right, but yeah, we can actually just delete this and then just try to do a deployment and then see if we actually end up building something. I could maybe say that something is not right here, right? Maybe we need to, for example, add what's the file name going to be. Let's just try this API.js. Let's see if that works. Anyway, let's try to run it, see if we're lucky. Let's make a decision from there. So if I update this, so in the code here, I can now do new Pulumi asset, file archive, and again, similar thing, I use this path module to get the right path to our bundle, which is in the bundle folder here. All right. Let's see, role is missing. Okay. Yeah, so we also need to do a couple of manual things here. And since we are using this construct here. Okay, so let's see if we can create that lambda role. And I will see if I can create a very simple one here. Oh, looks like we got a warning. I forgot to add a runtime here. That is a huge mistake. And then also a handler, which should be just handler. Yes, handler. Because, okay. We need that file name API. So this is the file name up here, and this is the function, the name the export here, handler. So that should be good. Cool. So at this point, we should be getting an issue actually. Let's have a look here. So if we go to the console, let's try to invoke it from the Lambda console. Let's see here. Changes. That sounds correct. I press test, invoke, and now we get this error. That's totally fine. There's no such file directory data helvetica .apm or AFM actually. So here's complaining about there's something it's missing when it's trying to create this PDF document. So it's not only JavaScript, and it also seems to be some fonts bundled up, and ESBuild only takes care of the TS and JS. So actually, if you go into the source code here, or the bundle version, we can see it's trying to load some different fonts here. And if you open up Node modules, let's find PDF kit. What is it? PDF kit. Yeah. In the JS folder, you can see there is a data folder in here, and here we have all the fonts. So these fonts are not being carried over. One thing we can do is we can write an extra command after our build command, which copies this folder over. Or just to test if it works, we could do a copy here. So I do command C. Let's go to our bundle folder. Paste it right in here. So now we have a data folder with all the fonts, right? Let's do another Pulumi up, and let's see if that solves our immediate issue here. Yes, so after waiting about 10 seconds, we now have our new build up and running. So if I go back to the console here, just to see if the changes has well gone through, I should be able to see that now we have this data folder here in our build. And if you just, yeah, let's just try to run it actually, see if it works. So now, oh, yeah, right. Now it seems like it's actually running our Lambda, and we are getting the right headers. We're getting this base64 encoded PDF file here. Okay, very awesome. Now let's see how big this Lambda function is. So if we go back here, looks like we can see it. Let's go down. All right, so here packet size is now 499 kilobytes, and that's because we're only really bundling the code we need. And the code is all here. We can even see it in the viewer here, which is, I do like that you can see what code you actually have here in the preview if you're using this console to debug. And we also have the fonts here. So we're down to 500 kilobyte from, let's take the normal Lambda PDF, to 5 megabytes. What's that one? This one 4 months ago, I think it's this one actually. So 25 megabytes. So we went down quite a bit in size, and yeah, now it actually is working quite a lot better. Now, last thing I want to do is just to download the PDF just to see it actually work. So let me go to this URL, and let's double check the path. And then, oh, we got the PDF. We can open it, and there we go. There we go. All right, cool. So that was actually it for this video. We tried out ESBuild. We reduced our Lambda bundle to a pretty good number. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Peace.